welcome Leo Virgo to your mid-month end of the month reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. Okay, guys, let's jump right in here. Adding the mid-month to the end month since we have a short month. I'm still waiting on that Mercury retrograde reading, so I got to get that done. So, guys, that'll be up next, okay? So, let's do this. Getting these out for the beautiful Leo Virgo. Going straight to the two pillars. We're going to the pillar of career and finances and money. Show me the money, honey. And then we'll go to the second pillar of love and personal relationships. Okay, so that way we kind of knock them both out for you guys. Take what resonates, what doesn't resonate. Do for someone else. It's their story. Okay, so let's go. Always trying to give as many little things that I can. Okay. Can't get to them all, obviously, but you know your story, so put it where it needs to be. And don't add things that you know for a fact don't belong to you. Okay, just let it go. Okay. You have the new beginning coming out. Spiritual strength. 9 of Wands. 2 of Cups. Ooh. Okay. To the Empress. Wow. Well, alrighty. This is like you're launching yourself. You're launching yourself into a powerful new chapter. Okay. Could be some kind of new job, new career direction. If you're doing entrepreneurial things, this is your leap. This is your time. This is your moment in the sun. You could, be moving closer to work. However it is, it also could be just taking a risk too. Maybe you feel like it's a risk with the Fool. You say this is risky, but it's powerful, and I have a feeling this is going to work, right? So, I mean, there could be that idea in your head that it's like, ooh, this is risky, but let's try it. Let's try it anyways. Shit, we ain't got nothing more, right? So, stepping into something unfamiliar for sure when you have the Fool. So I do feel like it's a little risky, guys. But it's aligned. You've got some alignment going on. So you're going to be just fine. I don't feel it's reckless. Okay. It's going to be an intuitive decision that's going to be made with the spiritual strength of the 9 of Wands. You're going to see it. You could have had some burnout. You've been through a lot at work. Maybe a lot looking for work. Okay. See what you got here. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Well, there's a lot of hard work. You got hard work pretty much on hard work. But the only difference between the hard work of the 9 of Wands was that was where the hard work was driving you down, but keeping you persistent. Keep going like a workhorse, right? And then here it says, but there's something productive coming. Something that's going to allow you to release feeling like you're walking on a crutch and make you feel like you're actually riding in on a stallion. Hey. Could be even finding this new routine, but it's showing that financial growth, and having this idea that, somebody finally sees me. When you see it with the Empress, I'm finally being recognized. The Empress is big career move because it brings in that creative success. It's going to bring in that financial growth, and you have the financial growth here. So this is big. This isn't something little. This is huge. This is value. This is authority. But it's authority without force. That's what I like about it. It didn't say I had to have force. I didn't have to force my way towards the situation. I magnetized to it. I became the magnet to the situation. It's more of a kind of an electrifying kind of feeling. I mean, you might even feel a little electrified too, because you realize, wait, hold on. What's happening? After all this time, what's happening? You, me? Okay. So definitely seeing a big growth in income. You do have the Queen of Cups. There's that looking into your cup and using that intuition again. So, I mean, yeah. It's gradual. It is gradual. It's a gradual move, you know? It's this gradual promotion. But it's got the long-term stability, behind it with the coins. But your consistency is definitely paid off. Wow. That's why I said it feels electrifying. I'm going to use that word because you were a magnet for attracting this, and then it just, like, you're going to feel like you're electrocuted. Because I really do feel, Leo Virgo, you're going to be like, I can't believe this just happened to me. After all this time. You got the World. So it's saying that you're completed this cycle of not having to feel like you're, walking on broken glass at work, elephant in the room. They don't want my resume. They always turn me down. How come she keeps getting a promotion and I don't get a promotion, but I'm working 10 times harder than she is? Well, that was because you didn't have the expansion. You didn't have the I being seen. Now all of a sudden it's saying, oh, now I'm getting the recognition that I want, that I need. And so it's almost like you're graduating to the next level. It does feel like kind of like a graduation, guys. It's kind of weird. I don't think in my whole career, besides actually graduating, that I don't think I've ever really seen. If I had, I mean, it's been many, many years, but I don't really see. Not like this, where you're graduating to the next level. We've seen next level, but this one's different. Because it's slow, it's steady. It's almost like to a point where they're like, I trust you with this situation. There's a lot of trust and a lot of admiration behind this graduation. Definitely feeling like you're at this milestone. Very awesome. I mean, these are big career moves. This is literally an evolution of your career. You might even be, graduating to be the manager, the general manager. I mean, in a reading like this, it's so big, somebody might even be leaving you a business. Granddad's like, I'm done. I'm leaving the restaurant to you. And you're just like, holy shit, I just got a whole business. You see what I'm saying? Something huge. It's not light, it's big. Okay, guys, let's get into your, this is definitely a layered reading. You can see it, right? From the tension, and then, boom. It didn't feel like it was some kind of like really loud, chaotic dismay. It was just more kind of quiet, intense, something you were feeling within yourself, something maybe somebody else couldn't even sense that you were going through. And then all of a sudden, boom. I would have actually loved to see a tower on that. I wonder if the tower's at the bottom of the deck. No, it's the King of Wands. Holy mackerel. What's the next two cards coming out? The Queen of Pentacles to the Six of Coins. And then what? I'm just wondering. Because I would have really... I wonder if the tower's under here. Nope. Wow. If we kept going, that would be amazing. We'll be here all day, though. But I would have loved to have seen a tower on that because of the way that it's charged up and fueled. Okay, guys. Getting on to your love and partnerships. If you guys like this video, go ahead, hit that big old like button. If you keep finding yourself at my channel but have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video. Okay, because I do realize when you're not subscribed, they're not coming up very fast. Even when they are subscribed, they're not coming up very fast. So if you feel they're still not coming up fast enough, you can hit that bell and make them come up faster. Okay, so let's see. I don't know what YouTube's doing. They're doing weird shit. They have been, though, for a couple of years. You guys probably noticed that. Especially if you run your own channel, you know what I'm talking about. Throat chakra, to the partnerships and alliances, to the waiting game. Something needs to be said. Plain and simple. I mean, we have transformation in the reverse. I don't, no recognition in. This is very aligned. Another really super aligned reading. A 1, 2, 3. This equals 4, and that's 5. So you have the 1 from the transformation, which is 13, which is the death cards. You have the 1, 2, 3, 13 equals 4. 1 plus 3 equals 4 plus the 5. Super aligned reading. Whatever's going on here is meant to be this way. This is very karmic. This is very in your face. This is what needs to be. You could feel sometimes like the words are stuck in your throat. Like, I need to say something, but I can't really express my truth right now. Maybe you're waiting for I don't know, like the right time, but is there ever really a right time? Because we can always say, I'm waiting for the right time, but when is that? When is that right time, my friends? But then sometimes it's like, well, maybe because I'm working on my career, so I'll talk about it after. Because I do feel like you're holding back emotions. Maybe you're waiting until you're not so emotional. We did just get out of a solar plex, remember? Right? Emotions high, intelligence low. So maybe you're waiting for the solar eclipse to go away, energy go away. That fire horse just came out. The energy will pretty much dissipate from that on that overall huge portal between Saturday and Sunday. Right? So maybe you're just waiting for the energies, right? Right? To dissipate. Or you could tell yourself that and it makes you feel better. Yeah, sometimes I do that too. Because sometimes, yeah, emotions are much higher. But sometimes we get stuck in these areas where it's like, is there really a right time though? Maybe I'm just procrastinating. Because or maybe you're just waiting for the right words to come to you. Using your intuition. Because you're not letting go. You're saying, I'm not letting go of this until I get my truth out. Then we'll see if I'm going to let it go. Once I speak my truth, we'll know. So I'm putting myself in the waiting game. If it's not you, then it's them. Okay? I'm going to also tell you that because it could be vice versa. I'm going to say it to you right now because it is your reading. If you know it's not you, then it's absolutely them, isn't it? But you probably kind of know that because they kind of make themselves maybe walking on glass around you, elephant in the room. Maybe they're kind of holding back, staying out of your bubble, right? Because no matter what, someone has a lot to say here, but they're not saying it. So let's see what they want to say. Maybe it's not even anything horrible. Maybe it's just, I miss you. Maybe you want to tell them how you truly feel. I miss you. I love you. I'm okay with this. Maybe I'm pretending everything is fine and something really does hurt. Let's look and see. Queen of Pentacles. Page of Cups. The Hermit. That's funny, these two came back out again. That's crazy. I just shuffled them too, so how is that even possible? That you got the same two cards that were supposed to be over there over here. I know why, because you're focused on your career. That's it. I said it. It's the overall focus on the career. That's crazy though. How do you get the same two cards? I just literally shuffled the crap out of these. That's so crazy. It's literally saying I'm focused on my work. I'm focused on my pinnacle. I don't have time. Oh, the only difference is this was right side up and this is upside down. But it doesn't matter. It's saying I don't have time. I'm in self-care mode. I don't have time to give to you. That is crazy, though. Whatever. Thanks, though, for the recognition. That's a recognition that you actually are focused on your work. And the High Priestess. It could be a long distance relationship and somebody's not coming to see you. They're putting themselves into this spot. You could also say it's long distance. I don't have time for this. I'm working on focusing on my job and my career. I don't have time for your nonsense. But yet I do miss you. I still feel this feeling of I do miss you. I don't know if it's coming from you or if it's coming from them, but you guys just take it how it resonates. But I do feel that I miss you. There is some kind of anticipation coming from someone, whether it's you who says, I have something to tell you, but I'm really busy, and then they're telling you, one's doing one and one's doing the other. One's saying, I'm trying to get a hold of you, I miss you. The other saying, I have my truth to be told, but I'm too busy at work. I think it's you. I'm too busy at work. I don't have time for this. Maybe you're saying, I miss you too, but I have things that I need to tell you. But I'm not going to tell you. Oh my gosh. For some of you, you have a secret crush. It's you. For the majority of you. And I'm going to get 100 messages that it's not me, it's them. That's fine. But I'm telling you, I'm taking it that way. You have a secret crush, but you don't have time. You're watching them kind of from a distance. But you feel they're kind of ignoring you. It literally could be the other way around. But it doesn't matter. Could have how it is, guys. One's got a secret crush and the other one. But it doesn't matter because you're still busy at work. Whether it's you or not, it doesn't matter. But the truth has to come out about this situation, about how hot and fiery and passionate I feel about you. I still think it's you. I still think it's you. And you're keeping it a secret. I see. Secret. I got a secret. Leo-Virgo, that's a secret. And I'm telling, right? But right now, it's almost like I'm really busy, though. I don't have time to, be telling all my secrets. Because I'm trying to do something. So I'm kind of isolating myself away. And you're kind of withdrawn. So you're using that Virgo energy to kind of withdraw a little bit before you let the cat out of the bag. But that's why you're putting them in the waiting game. I got a secret, but I don't know what I'm going to say. And right now, I just feel like because your career is coming up so well, things are going well for you, you cannot put yourself into a place of devastation. You can't, because you have high morals right now. You're limelighting. You're just like, yeah, but what if my love life goes to shit? What if they reject me? So right now you're feeling like I don't want to be overwhelmed with rejection. I cannot feel that when I'm feeling this way. That really is. It really is. So you're really thinking about how you're going to come out with this truth of, I really want to go on a date. I really find you hot, passionate, sexy. I want us to be together. Right? But you're trying to reflect on it because you're not in a place right now on ego. I'm just going to say it. I told you guys, this isn't a place for sugar. Okay, this is about sugar and spice. But I don't sugarcoat. I'm not super harsh, but I don't really sugarcoat either. I'm telling you right now, it's what it is. Because I have to use wisdom to the situation because I am a high priestess. And you know you're in high priestess mode. But if you had rejection right now, it could make a lot of things come tumbling down in your world with high emotions. Especially, like I said, when we're in a high emotional state right now with all these portals being open. And, especially, and if you're empathic, oh shit. You can't have that. That's too much devastation when you're on top of the world. No one needs the world to come crumbling down. I'd rather just keep it a secret until I can figure it out later. Maybe I'll wait till my energy drops a little lower, right? Because right now my confidence is really high and I can't have anything destroying that right now. Because that could actually destroy the mood that you're in your job. Think about that. If something were to go wrong in your love life, it's going to affect your career. Because now you're going to, all of a sudden, they're going to be like, what happened? I just gave you a promotion. You're supposed to be the emperor. And you're like awesome. And then you're coming in all sad and discomfuggled, right? And that just means chaotic and a little confused and in a dismay and a disarray and a dismay, and my emotions are hurting, and you see what I'm saying? And so you're not going to be as productive at work when you have all of that shit on your mind. But if you think for now it's just a secret crush, that can actually impact you into a place of fiery hotness. Oh, they're going to be mine. They're mine. They're mine. Right? And keeping yourself in your own energy. Fire, earth energy. Because it's the worldview of having them cuddle, snuggle, love it, whatever, right? But if it didn't go that way, boy, that's going to destroy the energy, especially for you at work. So, oh my gosh. But I do love this, though, because it's like saying, I do have this, but I can't. They might think that you're being a little deceptive or a little manipulative on certain areas by kind of holding out and holding back a little. Okay? But they got it wrong. That's in their own head. Boy, when they find out they got it all wrong, how are they going to feel about the situation for the majority thereof for the beautiful Leo Virgo? I'm loving this. Because now actually waiting game actually makes way more sense. Because before all I could sit here and think was, well, when's the perfect time? But now it makes sense. Now it all comes together. And now we know why it's aligned. Universe says, we will do it when it comes. And they're going to say, you what? You what? Okay. But it's the perfect timing for the divine timing. So you ain't wrong. You're in your spot. This is aligned. You know what you're doing. Look at. Hello, Daddy. Mommy, Daddy, whatever. Big Daddy. It looks like you have the progress. Looks like they're going to want to go forward with you. They see that you're offering cups to them, and it looks like they want to offer those cups. They do see you as having a potential. They are going to hold tight to this situation. Okay, it does look like they may be a little slow to the situation, though, at first. Okay, I think they're going to be a little confused. You're going to fucking confuse them because, look, they're already in confusion. What are they doing? But I think they like you just as much as you like them. That's where the confusion. Oh my gosh, I just seen the moon. Give me the moon back. Can you give me the moon back? Major Arcana on the moon. Can you give me the moon back? Okay, well. Did you give me my moon back? I'm like, did you? Sucker. He didn't. He gave me the Page of Pentacles, which is almost as good, but oh my gosh. No, really, I really wanted you to give me the moon back. Moon, please. If the moon is necessary for this reading, can you give me back the moon? You guys could be dealing definitely with an air sign. So you got them kind of in their place of where they're thinking. I guess it wasn't necessary. They didn't want to give it back to me. It's very rare that this deck doesn't give me what I want. So I like this deck. It's not as pretty as all the others, but it actually is more powerful than most decks that I have. But anyways, it says it's not necessary. Otherwise, I'd have given it to you. You know how that goes, right? No, it's saying because they're thinking. I think you have a majority of you. I think you have some kind of Aquarius, maybe a Libra for some of you. Could even be a Pisces who's over here trying to figure things out. But yes, definitely. And I do feel like they were reflecting on this situation, but you have them confused because they were not sure. We were flirting. Why do I feel like for some of you, you were kind of flirting with them and then you pulled back because it was kind of like, oh, you're my secret crush. Now, if you're dealing with a Libra, they're naturally flirty. So therefore, you know, they're the type of people who are like, I'm not flirting, I'm just being nice, right? But they were definitely flirting and you felt it, you knew it, and now they're pulling back from you. But I feel like that was the energy that was going back and forth, but then you were kind of like, and maybe it was just a friendly type of thing, and then you, whoever it is, if it's, like I said, if it's vice versa, but I'm going with you right now, it just feels like you got bigger feelings for them, you figured out who this person is, and now you're holding it to yourself for all the right reasons. We already went over the reasons. I'm doing it again. Okay, so let's go. Show me this person. They're releasing X. They just got over a relationship and separated, or you did. It looks like you may have separated from someone for some of you, but they just released their ex. They're super attracted to you. That could also be why maybe you're waiting for them to release an ex earlier as well. But there's a lot of chemistry between the two of you. You already know that though. That's why. That's why it's holding so tight. This reading's like peanut butter and jelly. You guys are building a beautiful sandwich in the end. Because I do see them coming rushing in towards you as soon as they understand what's really going on in the energy. So right now you're confusing them because you're not telling your overall truth. Okay? So, best message for the whole entire reading is rest and relaxation. Keep the peace within yourself. And it's crazy because I do feel, Leo-Virgo, that is definitely what you're doing. You're keeping everything balanced and you're keeping everything the way it's supposed to be, so that you can feel justified and fair in both pillars. And I think that's really what you're doing. You're working yourself in both areas to keep yourself as peaceful as possible without any distractions, really. And like I said, you tell them your real truth. It could, how do you know that it's not going to work, right? And remember, this is the overall energy, okay, for the majority thereof. So some of you could come back and say, they rejected me, and I'll be like, that was just the overall message. This is not a personal reading. This is just the reading that I'm getting for this, okay? Okay, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.